In my experience working with leaders, I've come to believe that we're doing transformation all wrong. When you work with leaders, they really think about pushing the transformation onto people. It feels like a hard sort of grind where people are being pushed and coerced to actually take part in the transformation. Leaders sometimes launch events and announce these transformations to try and kind of get people involved in this, well, maybe like voluntold to be part of the transformation. And I really believe that we're doing this the wrong way. Because when you're doing a transformation, you really have two approaches that you can do with your transformation. The first choice you have is to push people really hard. So you can push people hard, you can push people to participate, you can coerce people, you can use incentives maybe to drive people to participate in the change. And that's one approach that you can actually try to take. But imagine a transformation where you don't have to push people hard. Imagine a transformation where things actually feel good. So this idea of feeling good is something that I learned from the author Ali Abdaal. He argues that when people are thinking about productivity, they really think about productivity as discipline. So you have to be disciplined to be productive. But actually, the best way to be disciplined is to do things you enjoy. So if you're doing things you enjoy, no one is to push you to be disciplined. And so he talks about feel good productivity, which is a form of productivity where people do what they enjoy. And according to Abdal, productivity isn't about discipline at all. It's about doing what feels good, because he really believes that positive emotions are the fuel that drives human flourishing. So we can take this idea from Abdal, right, and think about a feel good transformation. And what does it feel like when you're doing a feel good transformation? Well, in a feel good transformation, you don't have to push people. You don't have to make your case. You don't have to beg, plead, coerce, push people to join the transformation. You don't even have to have a massive event to announce the transformation to maybe attract people to the transformation. You only have to do one thing with that transformation, and that is to create momentum. And this type of thinking is aligned to self-determination theory, which is really about what drives people's intrinsic motivation to do stuff, right? What would ever drive people to try and do things they enjoy? Because if you think about the last project or initiative that you joined willingly, that you joined voluntarily, something attracted you to that. So if we base the transformation on self-determination theory, then it's really about designing the change so that people feel autonomous, feel that they joined the change willingly, they weren't pushed or coerced to join. Also helping people feel connected so that they feel they're part of something big, part of something meaningful, and also making people feel effective and competent, feel like their contribution actually matters. If you take these three factors, right, autonomy, connectedness, competence, you can really start to see how people can feel attracted to join particular movements or join particular initiatives willingly. And we just need to design our transformation so that people have these positive emotions when they're working with us. How do you make the transformation feel good? Well, the first thing you might do is invite co-creation. People feel emotionally attached to things they helped co-create. So if you let them help you shape the initiative, make contributions, give you feedback, they might feel more committed to help you drive the transformation towards success. And this is another way, again, to make people feel autonomous, like they're actually doing something they want to do, and also to feel connected and competent, to feel like they've actually made a contribution to something that they are now a part of. Another thing you can do is get some early wins. I think getting some early wins is a really good way of building credibility. It makes it easier for people to join your movement when they can see the successes that you're actually having. It makes it much more attractive. It creates momentum and a gravity towards the work that you're doing. It makes it attractive for people to join voluntarily because they want to be part of something that's actually working, something that's successful. So as you get these early wins, what you want to do is to make the result visible. You want to make it easy for people to see and verify that you're making actual progress and success. Creating visibility is what attracts people towards the movement, right? And the best way to make your results visible is to tell uplifting stories. Use storytelling to attract people, make it interesting, make it engaging, and make people want to be part of what you're doing. So as you invite people to participate, as you get early wins, as you make the results visible, as you create a positive emotional energy by telling uplifting stories, you're far more likely to create the momentum that brings people to join the work that you're doing. I truly, truly believe that it's better to have a feel-good transformation than a forced transformation. I think one of the things that we can do is leverage people to influence each other. And the only way we can leverage people to influence each other is if we have people that feel good about the transformation, that can then use that feel-good kind of emotion to bring other people into the movement. And so it's really important that we start rethinking transformation and really thinking about making transformation feel good. And a feel good transformation, you don't have to push hard. You can really attract people to the movement by the successes that you're having.